Hello, and today myself and
Jen.
will be reviewing the Questions and Answers deck by US Game Systems Inc.
It's actually the quick and easy deck.
Is it? Okay, the quick and easy deck. Jennifer, tell me what my decks are called and stuff. Copyright 1999, 2011. This is basically it's an easy to read deck. It's got the meanings on the card itself. It's for anyone that wants to learn or read for themselves and doesn't want to bother learning all the cards. I have heard certain people who should be named or should remain nameless, who have card phone lines, give these out to their readers, who aren't really that very good at reading. And they just give these decks out. This is part of what you get, and it keeps someone online for the full 20 minutes before they have to cut them off. And this is what's given to them. There are one or two card lines to do that. I'm not saying they all do that.
Just because the answers are on the cards too doesn't imply that you can't get an accurate reading with them.
No. You can always read through the meanings of the cards. Empty box. And the only US Games Systems one that doesn't come with a little booklet. I feel ripped off. Okay. Quick and Easy Tarot by Ellen Lyle. Illustrations by Pamela Coleman Smith. Everyone that knows tarot knows that basically means this is a Rider-Waite deck. Recolored by Mary Hanson Roberts. Printed in Italy. Excellent. Reading the cards, just a little instruction thing. Person seeking answers. Yeah, we all know that. Card layout. Single draw. Past, present, future spread. Standard 3-card draw. Ooh. I know that before. And it's a little one on the back of the Celtic Cross and the Star Spread. Now, I'd much rather get one of these in a deck like that than the little booklet that gives you little spreads. I know these are generic spreads, but
it's handy having it right on the little card.
Yep. Now, the Fool. Right. Because this is a little bit of a different deck, we're obviously going to have a quick look at the card a bit more. We're not just going to flick through them all. The Fool, as you can see, you have the regular interpretation and then the reverse interpretation. I generally don't read the reverse interpretation. Jen does. So you are unpredictable, open, spontaneous, adventurous, a free spirit, and a dreamer. Pretty much Jen. You are free of responsibility by choice and do not like restrictions. You have the soul of an entrepreneur. Signifies the start of a new phase of life. Trust in your own ideas and plans no matter what others may say. And we reverse that. You're childlike in some ways. Still Jen. You still have much to learn. Worry and fear blocks positive action. Don't submit to others' rules and demands of conformity. You do not recognize the dangers you're in. You are close to ruin with your crazy decisions, reckless actions, and foolish choices. Your ideas are not sound and may lead to catastrophe. Oh. Dun. Back of the cards are pretty standard. The one thing I will say is I'm not a big fan of how small this deck is. It's a standard deck size, but it also means the picture is a bit smaller. So yeah, it's if you're going to try reading into the picture, which you really have to, because you'll only get so much out of this little bit of writing. It is a bit small, but you can still see it.
I think too, it makes you kind of depend too much on the writing. When the picture is so small, you don't use your intuition as much to read into how this particular card would apply to the reading in general.
So, that was the Fool. Now we get these up. I'm not 100% sure, but I think... Well, let me just compare the Fool. Yeah, the pictures are they slightly different size? No, they're not actually.
Same.
I thought they varied slightly depending on how much writing was in it. There's the Magician. Pretty standard Magician. The High Priestess. The Emperor. So you can tell I haven't actually worked with this deck because it's not been shuffled. The Emperor. The Hierophant. Pronounce that for me.
Hierophant?
I always feel I pronounced that wrong. The Lovers. The Chariot. I have to say I am there's the strength fan of the fact that it's based on the Rider-Waite deck, because that is one of the more popular decks, and if you are learning, the majority of books are based on the Rider-Waite. The Wheel of Fortune. Justice. Can you see from where you're sitting?
I can.
Excellent. The Hanged Man. Death. Still one of my favourite death cards. Temperance. The Devil. The Tower, not Jen's favourite card. No. The Star. Ooh, puppies. I have to say, for a US US games deck, it feels good. How does it feel? Yep. Nice thick stock. Judgment. I love the Judgment card. I really do.
Why?
I don't know. It's just the way people are rising up. It's just something that's appealed to me quite a lot. The World. Ace of Wands. Two of Wands. Again, all illustrated. If you're learning illustrated, it's always the way to go with the minors. 5 of Wands. 6 of Wands. I guess skip 7. 8. 9. 10. Page. It's a very camp looking page. The Knight. Queen of Wands. King of Wands. Ace of Swords. 2 of Swords. This is pretty much just Rider-Waite. 4 of Swords. 5, 6, 7. 8. This is usually Jen when she wakes up and realizes how much she spent on cards.
Definitely.
That's me when I try explaining to Jen she should have paid her rent instead of buying cards. Page of Swords. Knight of Swords. Very action card. Sometimes I wish that's what Jen looked like when she was going to pay her rent.
Do you see the difference between the page and the knight? You've got more gentle movement here. So when that comes up in a reading, that would be showing more. The progress is a bit slower, where you have the knight. This is fast action. This is something happening with great speed. Whereas with this one here, it's a bit slower. It's a bit more. This would be like the action behind it, and this would almost be the thought behind it.
Very good. For me as well, I always associate a page with someone that prepares the night.
That's a very good way to look at it as well, getting ready for the action.
Exactly. The Queen of Swords. King of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. 2, 3. We're just going to fly through these. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Page. Very wise looking page. Examining things, ready to do things properly. The Knight, not as actually a knight as the Pentacles.
Well, no, because the earth sign would be slower moving.
Queen. King. Ace of Cups. 2 of Cups. 3, 4, 5, boom, boom. I was flying through this because it is a standard Rider-Waite, and we do have a review of a full-size Rider-Waite on the channel. 9, 10.
Even if you didn't use these cards to read with, this would be a good way to just learn the meanings of the cards, like a flashcard system.
Exactly what I was thinking. It is a good way to learn. Just as long as you remember that this is not a steadfast meaning. There's lots of different ways of interpreting it. You should really just look at the cards, have a look at them, get a decent book on the symbology out behind it. But I do think people can get lost in too many books. And I know people have like maybe 20 or 30 books on reading the same deck, and it's just a lot of repetitive stuff that contradicts it. And quite frankly, if you're going to get 20 or 30 books on reading decks, you really need to just have a think and get 1 or 2 decent books. We'll go through about our collections. We might do a short beginner's book collection. So, all in all, if I can pick these up, FYI, this is an altar cloth. It's not actually made for reading cards, which makes it a little bit harder to pick up. This, I believe, I got a Black Rabbit when it was still open. But I shall be investing in a different cloth. You can get lovely little velvet cloths and stuff for reading on. So that's the quick and easy. It's a decent deck for beginners. I believe it's pretty much the same price as most standard US Games decks. Your opinion?
I love it. I think it's absolutely essential for somebody who wants to learn the textbook definitions of the cards. And it's important to learn the basic general meanings, just so you have a guide system for reading them more intuitively.
Excellent. Like and subscribe.